Norma!
Just a minute, Mother. 1 minute.
All the secrets away?
Secrets?
Mrs. Walsh just called. Wants to know if you can babysit for her tonight.
Yeah, I can. I'll call her right back.
Provided you do your homework first.
Oh, I will. Woe betide any unauthorized person who reads the private contents of Norma Davis. There is no question about it. My legs grew longer in the last 2 weeks. It seems to me the whole world is changing. Well, last year there were woods in Dutton's Park, and now it's all houses, and there's hardly a tree left. Lucille and Wendy and I went out of our way this afternoon just to see what Dutton's Park looks like now up close. Lucille says I was very embarrassing to her the way I looked at everything. Thursday. Spent the afternoon with Jack Ryan. Drank many cups of hot chocolate. Why are all boys named John called Jack? How is it you know somebody a long time and then all of a sudden you realize how nice they are? I drank as much hot chocolate as I could, but everything has to come to an end.
What you got there?
Diary of Anne Frank.
You like it?
Oh, diaries kind of fascinate me. I keep a diary, you know.
It's yours.
Oh, I didn't mean to. Thanks, Jack.
It's okay. You like Ray?
Sometimes.
Me too. Sometimes it's real nice.
All right, Sleeping Beauty, wake up. Supper's on.
I'm not sleeping, I'm reading.
So when did you become a bookworm?
Look, Gusta, how many times do I have to tell you not to come into my room without knocking?
Look, if you want so much privacy, get yourself a doorman. Supper's on the table. I did tell her.
Well, if you want anything done around here, you have to do it yourself. Norma! Norma, supper!
I'm coming.
That's something new.
You finished with your soup? Norma?
I was just wondering what it would take to get that much of your attention.
Have you read it, Daddy?
No, but I've heard of it.
It's supposed to be true. It's about this little girl, Anne Frank, and her family, and they live in Holland. They're Jews, and they have to go into hiding into this attic because the Nazis want to find them and put them into a concentration camp. Just because they're Jewish, they didn't do anything. Is that really true?
It happened.
Well, how could people let a thing like that happen? Why didn't they do something?
We did.
All the people in Dutton's Park are Jews.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing, just repeating chit-chat.
Well, if my family doesn't mind, I think I'd like to change the subject.
Daddy, can I have my book back?
After supper.
How'd things go today, dear, all right?
Oh, Vance Miller may buy a whole new heating system. He was in the store this morning trying to get me to talk him out of it.
Oh.
It's going to be a big job if it comes through.
May I have some more, please?
Okay.
Norma, for what it's worth, the war's over. The Nazis are finished. This kind of thing doesn't happen anymore. So the best thing to do is forget about it and eat your dinner.
Mother, Jack Ryan asked me to go to Alice Owen's party Saturday night, and, well, could I use some of my sitter money and buy a new dress?
Well, I don't see why not. You want me to shop with you?
Oh, would you?
Sure.
Love and marriage, love and marriage, love and marriage.
Oh, come on, cut it out, will you?
Back to normal. Yeah?
Mother, is that going to be too short?
No. They're wearing them short now. Yeah. You like?
Oh, it's dreamy.
How come I can't wear a dress like that? How come I always get stuck with those silly, frilly things?
Out. Out this minute. Your time is yet to come. I got rid of her. Okay. Round you go.
Ta-da. Wendy and I slept at Lucille's house last night. I think Mrs. Draper is swell. Next to my own mother, Mrs. Draper is my idea of the kind of mother to have. Here we are, Lucille and Wendy and I, the inseparable three. Oh, I feel so wonderful. Friendship is the best thing in the world. Will they be my friends when I'm 50? Only 11 more days to my birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
This is the best birthday of all in the whole world. A pearl necklace from Mother and Daddy, and crazy Augusta got me a genuine silver bracelet. Augusta, where did you get it?
In a jewelry store.
It must have cost a fortune. Where'd you get the money?
Well, I had $5 saved up, and I went into this store on Henry Street where they sell all those watches, and he had this bracelet. Somebody left it there to have it cleaned, and he gave it to me for what it cost to have it cleaned. It cost me $1.50. I got this pin for myself.
Oh, very beautiful.
What's the writing on this charm? Is it Arabic?
Well, I don't know. He said he'd have another one to go with it. If you'd drop in, he'd give it to you.
Oh, Daddy, what is this, Arabic or Turkish or...
I think it's Hebrew. It may be Arabic.
I knew I'd find it somewhere.
That's a Jewish star. I thought you said it was Arabic. I thought it was Arabic. Is it Jewish?
It's a Jewish bracelet. The star is for good luck. This is a mezuzah. The words mean that thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. Words here explain that there's one God and he is God. Shall I attach the charm?
Yes. Please. Are you crazy? What's the matter? What's the matter? It's a Jewish star, he told you. So?
Would you like something else instead?
No, thank you.
Well, if you change your mind, I'll be glad to give you something else.
Thank you. This is what I want. Bye.
Bye?
Are you actually going to wear that thing? Sure I am. Well, you couldn't get me to wear it. Well, you're not me. Look here, no one thought there was anything wrong with this bracelet before when we thought it was Arabic or something.
That's different.
You wear that Spanish coin bracelet all the time. Why shouldn't I wear this one?
I don't care, Norma. Don't think I care. It's just that people are going to think it's very peculiar, that's all. Spanish isn't Jewish. If somebody who was Jewish wanted to wear it, it would be fine.
You think the Jews are going to object?
It doesn't have anything to do with the Jews.
Will you please tell me what it does have to do with, because I don't understand what you're talking about.
Norma, nobody has to explain things like that. You just know them.
Everybody knows them.
What is it? I'm not going to stand here arguing about it in front of him.
It's my bracelet, and I don't care who thinks what about it. It's so stupid and prejudiced. And it makes me mad to think that the only thing my very best friends care about is what other people are going to think. You can't let other people think for you. You have to think for yourself. Otherwise, you might just as well be in prison. My bracelet has become very celebrated. Jack and I were ice skating, and Lucille was pretending to be a good friend. And she went to Jack and told him I was making a fool of myself. So Jack told me, I will not take it off. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Who's for a soda? I have to go right home. Me too. Oh. Anybody for a soda?
I have to go to the library.
Well, I guess it's just not a soda day.
Hi, Norma.
Hi, Jack.
I guess I should have minded my own business.
I shouldn't have lost my temper.
I wasn't trying to tell you what to do, just... Well, you know, you can say what you want to, just don't say it out loud, that's all. I was just worried about you.
What was there to worry about?
Well, just have to keep something to yourself.
Well, why? Why should you have to keep anything to
I
yourself?
don't know why, everybody just does.
Jack, I could understand if it was something junky that made me look cheap or something, but it's just a bracelet.
I don't want to argue with you, Norma. I've been miserable. How long has this been going on?
Ever since I got the bracelet. Jack, I don't know what to do.
You're not really studying, are you, Norma? I was talking to your mother. I noticed it myself, but we feel the same way about it. We thought I ought to talk to you. Gusta says Lucille's having a party and you weren't invited to it. You two have a fight? I thought you two were pretty close friends. Look, I'm not trying to pry, honey. It bothers me to see you unhappy. I don't want you to get the idea you're alone if you're unhappy.
Oh, I know.
Do you have to wear this bracelet every day? That's what it's all about, isn't it?
I'm not going to be pushed by anybody.
All right.
I don't try to tell anyone else what to do.
You think it's worth being left out of things?
I can't help it.
All right, now, hon, listen. Fathers and mothers try and keep troubles away from their kids. If there are harsh things in the world, they try to guard them from the harsh things. I guess no one can do that for anyone else. People have to find their own way. They have to face hurt as well as good things. I don't have any answers I can give you that are going to solve your problems. Not in this case. But the fact is, you could make things a lot easier for yourself if you gave in, went along with the crowd. You could put that bracelet away for a while.
Is that what you want me to do?
No, hon. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I want to, but I'm not going to. You figure things out for yourself. Whichever way you figure it, your mother and I are behind you.
Hello, Mrs. Draper.
Yes, Norma?
Is Lucille home yet?
No, she's not.
Well, we've been having a terrible argument of some kind, and... Well, could I wait for her? I have to talk to her about it.
Yes, Norma, I think you better come in. I have something to say to you. Is that the bracelet?
Why, yes.
Norma, I told Lucille she's not to invite you to this house ever again. And she's not to go to your house. I told her to tell you, but I guess she's too embarrassed. I don't think she realizes that not telling you is far crueler.
Why? Oh, what did I do?
Norma, you came into this house under false pretenses. You pretended to be something and you aren't. Now that's not honest and it's not nice. And I don't want Lucille to be friends with someone who pretends to be something they aren't.
What am I?
I wish you wouldn't try to embarrass me this way.
I don't know what you mean. I just don't know. Really, I don't know.
I'm talking about the fact that you're Jewish.
I'm not Jewish.
Norma, I like you very much, but you're behaving very badly now. And you're far too intelligent not to know what you're doing. Now, I understand your reasons. You and your family were here alone in this town a long time. You felt isolated. But now that Dutton's Park is built up, you have enough of your own kind.
Mrs. Draper,
You don't feel isolated anymore. And you don't feel you have to hide anymore.
But why?
And you think because you and Lucille are friends, that it won't make so much of a difference if we know now. And it does make a difference, dear. Now, I don't want to be cruel, Norma, but realistically, you must make friends among your own kind. Do you understand me now, dear? And you must understand, I have to protect Lucille. I want you to understand my position. This is very difficult for me.
war's over. This kind of thing doesn't happen anymore. So the best thing to do is forget about it. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I want to, but I'm not going to. You figure things out for yourself. Whichever way you figure it, your mother and I are behind you.
Good evening, everyone. Meeting come to order, please. Tonight, we have a surprise speaker. Some time ago, I received a visitor in my office, a young lady who was brought to me by a teacher. This young lady brought with her a diary, and she allowed me to read certain portions of it. And I must say, I was shocked by what I read there. She raises a question which is of great importance. So I've asked her to read her diary to us, and she agreed. I present to you Miss Norma Davis.
The only two people who ever saw my diary before are my teacher, Mr. Carter, and Mr. Clark, the principal. But I thought that I should read some of it to you because some things have happened to me, and the best way to tell them is the way I have them put down for myself. If anyone had ever told me that these things could happen to me, really, I wouldn't have believed them. So I don't know if you'll believe me. But I think this is important to think about. Because you don't get rid of things just by not thinking about them. You have to do something about them. The main thing is that young people like myself are growing up very fast. And pretty soon we'll be grown up, and this will be our world, and it'll be what we make it. And whatever we'll be is whatever shape we're made into by our parents. And so we have to worry about the world, and our parents have to worry about us. And, well, I don't know, maybe when you hear what's written in my diary, maybe you'll think it's fine, and that's the way things ought to be. But I think it's not fine. Oh, I asked everybody, and really, I'm not that important. But I just have to hope that I'm right, and that whatever happened, nobody really thought about it. Anyhow, you have to make up your own mind. It begins with my birthday. This is the best birthday of all, bracelet.
It's so stupid and prejudiced. And it makes me mad to think that the only thing my very best friends care about is what other people are going to think. You can't let other people think for you.
I feel so badly about Lucille and Wendy. We don't fight or anything, but we're just not good friends anymore. And it's not just my imagination. It's real. Why don't I just throw this bracelet away? Oh, these pages are just personal things. Jack had to stay late for football practice, and I was alone. I tried to find somebody to have a soda with, but nobody would even sit down and drink an ice cream soda with me. And it isn't just Lucille and Wendy either, it's everybody. I told her I wasn't Jewish. She must have heard me, but I don't see how she could have, because she just went right on with her ideas as if I'd never said a word. And when I left, she told me that it was very difficult for her. I really think she expects me to feel sorry for her. I can't figure anything else. I'm so confused. This is so much more than I can figure out. It's all arranged. I have to read you, diary, in front of everybody. I hope I don't hurt Mother and Daddy, or embarrass them, or make them ashamed. I don't mean to be defiant or anything, but I would like everybody to know that I'm going to keep on wearing my bracelet. Always. Everybody, which is a lot of people, all acting their own way. Everybody doesn't change, but one by one, people do. Some change more into what they were, and some are ashamed to be the way they were, and their pride is hurt. If I hurt anyone's pride, I didn't do it out of meanness. I'm sure of that. And if I pleaded for more understanding, I didn't do it either because I'm a friend of the Jews. It's not that. I'm just not an enemy of anybody.